Transform this to this. Hello, my name's Hayward. I'm one of the head bakers here at The Big Bakes, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this tropical island cake in 4 easy steps. So for this cake, we are going to go with 2 8-inch sponges that I've pre-made. One here and one here, and then whilst these sponges are cooling down, we're going to move on to our tropical curd. So to start with, I'm going to add in my passion fruit puree, my castor sugar and my corn flour mix, and then I'm going to whisk those together until they're smooth before turning the heat on to number 4. And we're just going to continuously stir until it thickens. This will take 3 to 5 minutes. So you'll know it's ready when you can draw a line across the base of the pan. So once you're at this stage, you're going to turn off your heat and add in your chunks of butter one at a time. So the butter creates a nice emulsion, and it will also add as a thickening agent to it once it sets up. We are then going to cover our curd with some plastic wrap or cling film. And what you want to do is make sure you push the plastic right onto the top of your curd, and this will stop a skin from forming as it cools down. Okay, so for our American buttercream, we're going to start with our room temperature butter, which we are going to add to our mixing bowl. So our butter's softened, and now we're going to add in our icing sugar. This is sift icing sugar, and then we are going to slowly incorporate the two on a low speed. So very slowly to start with so it doesn't go everywhere, and then once it's incorporated you can speed it up and then leave that going for a few minutes until it's light and fluffy. So this is the consistency that we're left with. To start with, I'm going to pipe a dam around the edge of my cake. So this is just a thick ring of buttercream, and it acts to stop the curd from squelching out the sides. I'm then going to also add some buttercream to my base layer. We are then going to add in our passion fruit curd into the center. So I've gone for a mango and vanilla sponge and then a passion fruit curd, really in keeping with the tropical vibes. So to do our crumb coat, I'm going to go in with my piping bag, gentle pressure around the sides, then going to go in with my palette knife. Any excess you can add to the top. This stage doesn't have to be perfect, it's just your crumb coat, so I'm happy with that. We're going to let this chill in the fridge just for about 5–10 minutes, just until it's firm to touch, and then we're going to go in with our final layer of buttercream. So I've got my chilled crumb-coated sponge now. I've got my American buttercream, and I've split that into 3, and I've coloured it different shades of blue to give me a nice gradient. Also left some white as well for my waves. Going around like so. You don't want too thick of a layer if you find that easier. Just go around your cake and this will smooth it out. For the top part, I'm going to add in some blue. That will look quite nice. Ocean look on the top, and then we're going to have the sand in the middle. So it's this sort of motion. So to make a wavy design on the side of my cake, I'm going to use this part of my scraper and gently create the waves as I'm going up the cake. So we're going to get our finished cake, almost finished cake, into the fridge to firm up, and then we're going to come back and put any of our finishing touches, the sand, the decorative elements. So now for the fun part, we can get creative with some decorative elements. So I've got this shell mold right here, and I'm going to marble a couple of colours together. I've got some shells here. You can get really creative. I've also added some little flip-flops here. We've got a surfboard, a palm tree, some seaweed and fishes at the bottom here. I've got a little beach towel that I've made as well. So you can really get creative with this. And there you have it, a tropical island cake. Subscribe for more recipes, tips, and baking joy.